Hi guys, so I'm gonna do my labor and delivery story. I just wanted to share with you guys what happened, just because I didn't get the chance to vlog, just because everything happened so quickly. So I'm gonna jump into detail on what that happened, but before I start, I just want to let you guys know I'm gonna be trying to do more videos and vlogs, hopefully. It's just been really hard with the newborn, so it's kind of hard to adjust with the new schedule. But yeah, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so for my labor and delivery story, I'm going to start from what happened. So basically what happened was, I went to go to I think it was my 40-week or 39-week 40-week checkup. It was on a Tuesday, and my mom was like, oh, well, let's see if they could see how far, how dilated you are, and see if they could thin your membranes. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do it, just because I was kind of wanting to wait as long as I can to have her, just because I didn't want to go through the pain of delivery. But then we got into the office, and then they checked me, and I was a centimeter dilated. And my mom's like, well, see if they'll thin your membrane. She's like, it probably won't even work because you're not even that dilated. I was a centimeter dilated and 80% effaced. Or I think 100% effaced. Yeah, 100% effaced and a centimeter dilated. And then, or I think it was 80. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Anyways, so then I was like, okay, we'll have them do it. It was 2 o'clock by the time I got out of there, and I went home. Wasn't feeling anything, so it was 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. Wasn't feeling anything when I left the office. Wasn't having any cramps or anything like that. Perfectly fine. I was like, okay, it's not gonna work. I was like, thank gosh, because I'm scared to have a baby. So then throughout the day, perfectly fine. Nothing happened. Normal as hell. Perfectly fine. Wasn't going through any pains or anything. Wasn't having any contractions. So then 10-ish comes around. And keep in mind, I am a new parent. First time being pregnant, didn't know what to expect, first off. Kind of thought that contractions were only when your stomach gets tight. Didn't know there was other forms of contractions. I know, stupid of me. But that's what my thought was. No one really explained. Everyone kind of just told me it's basically just when your stomach gets tight. So I didn't think anything of it. Also, my sister has got her membrane swept when she had her baby. And everything happened so quickly, her water bag broke and everything, so that's what I was expecting. So 10 o'clock came, then I started to get cramps, period cramps. They weren't intense or anything, but I was like, ow, they would come and go, and then 11 came, and they started to get stronger and hurt way more. And I was like, oh, I could do this. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. My fiance was like, well, she's like, so what should I expect? Should I not go into work tomorrow just in case your water bag breaks? What should I do? And I was like, no, go into work tomorrow. I was like, I don't think anything's gonna happen tonight, is what I told him. I was like, or tomorrow. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work. So then he's like, okay. So then I'm just laying down, relaxing, and he's already asleep, and then the pain starts to get worse, and I was like, oh man, it's starting to really hurt. And this was probably around midnight. So it starts to get worse, so then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get some sleep, because I'm pretty sure it's not contractions. Like I said, I didn't know what contractions were. I didn't know it was cramps too, So then after I tried getting some sleep, but they were so painful that I felt like I couldn't breathe. So it's okay. So then 1 o'clock came. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a shower. So then I go and take a shower, and then I get out, and they were getting worse, really more painful. And I was like, I think maybe I should time these. So then I start timing my contractions. They were literally 5 minutes apart. And I remember that my doctor said if you have contractions that are 5 minutes apart, go to the hospital. My app even said go to the hospital, but I was like, no, these aren't contractions, and they were so painful. So I was like, okay, if it doesn't stop hurting by 3 in the morning, I'm gonna wake my mom up and go to the hospital. I wasn't sure if they were gonna keep me or anything, so I didn't want to have my fiance come with. So then they started getting worse and worse and worse, and like they were like hurting really bad. So then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go wake up my mom. So then I go wake up my mom, and I was like, Mom, I think I'm having contractions. She's like, is your stomach getting tight? I was like, no, like I'm having really bad cramps right now, like it's unbearable. And she's like, okay, call the hospital, the helpline, and see what they tell you. And I was like, okay. So then I called them. I could barely even talk to them on the phone because I was in so much pain. And I was like breathing through them. Breathing didn't help me at all. It did help a little bit, but it didn't help the pain at all, which obviously, like, it's not gonna. So then I spoke to a nurse, and then she's like, you know what, I'm gonna have a midwife call you or something. And I was like, okay. So then the midwife calls me, and then she's like, okay, so what's going on? And I was like, I started timing my contractions. They've been 5 minutes apart, and I was like, but I'm not sure if they're contractions or cramps. And then she's like, well, are they bearable? And I was like, well, and I'm the type of person where, like, I don't like to, like, tell, like, I don't know, I didn't want to tell them that I was in a lot of pain because I didn't want them to think I was exaggerating or anything. So I was like, well, they're bearable, but they're not that painful or anything. Excuse me. I was like, they're not that painful. It's like, and she's like, well, since they are 5 minutes apart, she's like, come in, let's check you, and we'll see how far along you are, how dilated you are. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, I don't think they're gonna keep me. So then I go to my mom. I'm like, well, they want me to come in just to check me and stuff. And she's like, okay. So my mom starts getting ready and stuff, and she's like, well, go tell Josh. And I was like, well, I don't want him to come with and then them end up sending me back home. So then I told Josh, and I was like, well, I'm going to go to the hospital. You can come if you want, but I'm not sure if they're going to keep me. I was like, and I don't want you to come for no reason. And then he's like, okay. He's like, call me and let me know when you get there. And I was like, okay. So then me and my mom go to the hospital. We get there. It honestly felt like the longest ride of my life just because I was in so much pain. Like, it felt like a long ride. So then we finally get there, and it's like 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning now. And then, so I was not prepared. I wanted to do my, what's in my delivery bag, what's in my diaper bag, all those videos. And I didn't think I was going to go into labor, so I never did any of those videos just yet because I thought I had enough time. Obviously not. So I didn't have my hospital bag with me. I didn't have anything because I was expecting them to send me home based off of all the YouTube videos I was watching. Like, most of the girls get sent home. So I was like, maybe I'm going to get sent home. So then I get there, and they were supposed to have a room ready for me. But that night, literally all the delivery rooms were taken. All the triage. I was in the triage room. I'm going to get further into detail about what's about to happen. But they were supposed to have a room ready for me. The triage rooms were taken or whatever. So then I was in pain, having the worst contractions ever in the waiting room, like, with other people in there, like, and I'm trying to keep really calm and not, like, freak out because I'm a sissy when it comes to pain. So I was, like, just breathing. An hour later, they finally get me in there. I was pissed off because I was expecting to hurry up and get seen right then and there. But an hour later, they finally get me in the triage room. And then they're like, well, okay, let's check you. But then I had to wait another 30 minutes for someone to come and check me because they had to, like, hook me up and stuff. So they come in and check me. They're like, well, you're 3 centimeters. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was 1 centimeter at 2 o'clock, and now I'm 3. Like, holy shit. So I was like, oh man, I'm probably going to stay. So then they're like, well, let's wait another hour and see where you are then. And I was like, okay. So then we waited an hour, and then, but during this hour, like, my blood pressure was really high, and what happened? My blood pressure was really high, and they're like, wow, your blood pressure is really high, like. So they were monitoring the baby and me, and then they were like, well, so then they came back an hour later, and during this time, I was in the worst pain of my life. Like, I was crying. I was like, I can't do this. Like, it was the worst pain ever. Then they come back in an hour, and I was at 5 centimeters. So it was progressing really, really quickly. I was already at 5 centimeters. Like, well, yeah, you're going into labor. We're going to keep you. And I was like, okay, thank God. So then I called Josh, and I was like, yeah, they're going to keep me. Get my hospital bag, bring the baby's car seat, bring the diaper bag. I was like, get everything. And he's like, oh my gosh, like freaking out. He's like, okay. So then he calls his mom, tells her that going into labor. And then what happens? So then I was like, can I please get the epidural? Like, I'm in so much pain. Like, I was crying. Like, I couldn't breathe. I was on the ball. Like, nothing was helping. So then they were like, okay, well, yep, we'll get the epidural. I was thinking from all the other YouTube, like I said, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. From watching the YouTube videos, I thought it was going to take at least an hour and a half, because that's what I expected. Actually, the epidural person was in there in 10 minutes. Honestly, throughout labor, I always thought, like, epidural was going to be my worst thing ever. Contractions were my worst pain. Like, besides that, everything was fine. So then they got the epidural. Didn't hurt at all. For all you girls that are scared, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't hurt. It's like a little pinch, kind of, but it doesn't hurt at all. So they gave me the epidural. I was feeling so fine. Okay, so I'm still in the triage room. I haven't got sent to the labor and delivery room yet, because, like I said, they were all packed. So then, what happened? So then they're like, yeah, you might have to give birth in here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot give birth in the triage room. This room is so tiny, like the tiniest room you'll ever see in your life. I wish I had an example. I'd show you my room, but honestly, this room is probably bigger than the triage room. So then what happened? So then everyone started coming. Josh's mom came, Josh came, my sisters came, and it was getting packed in the triage room, and I was like starting to like get pissed off. Keep in mind, I hadn't slept at all. I haven't gotten an hour's sleep, and then they were just in there I couldn't get any sleep because the doctors were in there so much because my blood pressure was still really high. So then, anyways, an hour after I got the epidural, this was probably like 6 in the morning, maybe. 6 in the morning. I was already 8 centimeters. They checked me again. So everything was moving very, very quickly. So I was so tired, and then they finally found not a labor and delivery room, but another room. I didn't deliver in the labor and delivery room at all. So then they sent me to another room. It was bigger, a little more ghetto though. Like, it wasn't like nice at all. But it was bigger than the triage room. Anyways, so they sent me in that room, and probably around, I think it was 2 o'clock. 2:45 is when I had her. So 2 o'clock came, and I was like, I gotta push. Started pushing her out, and I only pushed for, I think it was 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes of pushing, and she was out. She was 6 pounds, 3 ounces, and 18 inches long. She was born at 2:45. So, yep. Really good. I mean, the pushing part didn't hurt at all. I've got some clips in, some videos in. I'm going to see if my sister could send them to me, and I'll insert them into this video. But yeah, that's my labor and delivery story, and thank you guys for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys. Bye.